Hello everyone. Today in this reading video, let's continue with the next subtopic, that is world energy resources. Till now, we have completed Indian polity, history and Indian economy from the Lucent GK objective. You can find the playlists over here. Open the playlist and play them according to the sequence so that you cannot miss any of the lectures. Okay, thank you. Natural gas is a mixture of gases and contains mainly methane and higher hydrocarbons. Which among the following is the renewable source of energy, that is wood? The first powerhouse was established in France in 1883. Baku in the Russia is famous for its oil fields. Indonesia's main export in terms of value is oil and gas. The energy derived from the sun is insolation. Kuwait is the leading producer of oil. The world's largest petrol producer is Saudi Arabia. Consider the following statements. Which of the above statements these are correct? Okay, correct statements. Most of the coal reserves in China occur in the southern parts bordering Vietnam, Laos and Myanmar. No, false. The largest share of coal in USA is mined in the western half of the country. False. Both the statements are not true. Next is the matching. CAS. Okay, list one of the petroleum producing countries and list all the centers of production. CIS, which is in Baku, China, Gansu, and Borneo, which is Indonesia, Balikpapan, and the Myanmar is Yangon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Baku, China, Gansu, Borneo, Balikpapan. Next, Myanmar, Yangon. Right. The largest coal resources are found at Kuznetsk Basin. Another matching, list one of the energy resources and list out the first place in the world. Coal production, China. Petroleum production, USA. Petroleum deposits, Saudi Arabia. Potential water power, that is Africa. The largest oil field of Iraq is Kirkuk. Rich coal deposits of China are found in Shanxi and Shenxi. Which one of the following is known as the brown coal, that is lignite? On global perspective, the pattern of energy consumption is which is in descending order of proportion. Oil, then coal, then hydropower, then natural gas. The per capita hydropower output is the highest in Japan. The highest hydropower potential in the African continent is in Equatorial Africa. Next, tar sands containing large molecular hydrocarbons like crude oil are found in limited quantities in several parts of the world, but the most important known occurrence is in Canada. Consider the following statements. Above the statements which are correct ones. Germany and America are the two largest producers of wind power. True. America has nuclear energy generation capacity of around 1 lakh megawatts. Right. America has more nuclear reactors than any other country in the world. This is also true. All the three statements are correct statements. Which country among the following has the highest proportion of its electricity generation by nuclear plants? That is France. Which one of the following countries is the largest producer of electricity by wind power in the world? That is Norway. The highest grade and best quality coal is anthracite. Energy that is produced commercially from coal is called thermal energy. The oldest type of energy known to man is geothermal energy. Commercial sources of energy purely consist of power, coal, oil, gas, hydroelectricity, and uranium. The highest coal producing country in the world is China. In the context of global oil prices, Brent crude oil is frequently referred to in the news. What does this term imply? Which of the above statements is correct regarding Brent crude oil? It is a major classification of crude oil, right? It is sourced from North Sea, right? It does not contain sulfur, no, it contains the sulfur. Microbial fuel cells are considered a source of sustainable energy. Why? Which of the above statements is correct? They use living organisms as catalysts to generate electricity from certain substrates. True. They use a variety of inorganic materials as substrates. No, false. They can be installed in wastewater treatment plants to cleanse water and produce electricity. True. Renewable energy can be obtained from biomass. Next subtopic is world agriculture. Which one among the following is the major occupation in equatorial region? Growing of tropical crops. Sugarcane plus potato is an intercropping system of which season? Autumn season. Which is the largest tea producing country of the world? That is India. What is the main staple food of Eastern Asia? That is rice. Which foodstuff is supposed to be the aristocrat among all cereals? That is wheat. India accounts for half of the world's total number of buffaloes. Wool is the most important export value from New Zealand. The land of wheat should be leveled and undulated. The number of varieties of wheat in the world are 650. Pigs in the pasture are reared for pork. Sheep provide mutton. Rice is exported from Burma. Which country is the biggest exporter of soybeans in the world? That is USA. Which country is the biggest exporter of the rice? And which country produces the more rice in all over the world? Mention that name in the comments also. Wheat is exported by USA. Which soil is best suited for paddy crops? That is loamy soil. Pampas of Argentina produce primarily wheat. Largest groundnut producing country in the world is India. Which country tops in producing cocoa? That is Ghana. India is the world's largest producer of millet. The important commercial crop of the Nile Valley is cotton. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Viticulture, France. Sericulture, Poland. No, false. Horticulture, Netherlands. Pisciculture, Japan. Type of agriculture to urban structure. Which one of the following statements is not correct? Shifting cultivation is characterized by field rotation rather than by crop rotation. True. In intensive subsistence agriculture, annual farming is more developed. False. So this is the incorrect statement. Plantation crops require heavy outlay. Right. The economy of livestock ranchers is purely commercial. True. A, C and D are the correct statements and D is the incorrect statement. Which of the following techniques is useful for predicting the wheat yield? That is regression. Which of the biomes is called the breadbasket of the world? That is mid-latitude grassland. Identify the correct descending order of production of wood pulp of the following countries. Correct chronological order, descending order. Okay. First by USA, then Canada, then Sweden, then Japan. Which one of the following areas is dominant in hunting and gathering? That is tropical forest. Which one of the following countries is the largest producer of marine fish? That is China. Which one of the following regions is practicing most intensive subsistence farming? That is Monsoon Asia. Which one of the following is the most important basis of the Whitley's classification of agriculture of the world? Regional distribution of the principal crops and animals of commercial significance. The southwestern part of California is known for Mediterranean agriculture. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Okay. Nomadic herding, Afro-Asian arid lands, right. Livestock ranching, Amazon basin, no, false. Mixed farming, Eastern USA. 1 and 3 are correctly matched. Who among the following has divided the world into major agricultural regions? Whitley. Match the following list 1 with the list 2. Jarawa, food gathering. Todas, pastoral. Angami, terraced cultivation. Saura, shifting cultivation. Non-commercial pastoral nomadism is a way of life in the steppes of Mongolia. Another matching. Shifting cultivation, Rangmas, pastoralism, Kyrgyz, hunters and food gatherings, Pygmies, hunters, Eskimos. Next is assertion and reason. In Kazakhstan, transhumance is practiced. Right. There is a seasonal shifting of snow line in the mountains. This is also true and this is the correct explanation for assertion. In the world, viticulture, horticulture, sericulture are well developed in the Mediterranean regions. Consider the following. Southeast Asian countries, which produce 90% of the world's rubber. The correct sequence of these rubber producers in the decreasing order of the importance. Okay. First is Malaysia, then Indonesia, then Vietnam, then Sri Lanka. Horticulture is most widespread in the Mediterranean regions. Nitrate deposits are found in the northern part of Chile. The extensive coffee plantations in Brazil are called fazendas. Next is the matching. Angola, coffee, Ghana, cocoa, not cocoa. Tunisia, olive, Lebanon, citrus. Another matching, list one of the countries and list two are the crops. Australia, eucalyptus, Brazil, coffee, USA, tobacco, Malaysia, natural rubber. Which of the following statements regarding cotton cultivation in China are correct? A growing season of about 200 days free from frost through intermittent rainfall during harvesting period benefits higher yields. False. Rainfall of 500 to 1500 mm, which is millimeters, during growing season. Yes, true. Mechanized farming and heavy irrigation is a common feature in the East. False. 1 and 3 are the correct statements. The yield of cotton per hectare is highest in Egypt. Which one of the following is not a plantation crop? That is sugarcane. Other than it, coffee, tea and rubber are plantation crops. Sugarcane belongs to which type of crop? Mention that in the comments. The shifting cultivation that is leading to soil erosion in Brazil is known as roca. List one and the matching, list one of the countries and list all the names of shifting cultivation the country is associated with. Philippines, Kaingin, Thailand, Thamrai, Sri Lanka, Chenna. Factory farming is the characteristic of northwestern Europe. Consider the following areas. In which of the above areas is the primitive agriculture such as shifting cultivation or rotational bush fallow type of cultivation found? Central Africa, Borneo and Papua New Guinea and Amazon basins. All of these, in these places, the shifting cultivations and or the rotational bush fallow type cultivation is found. So all of them are correct. World's leading producer of tobacco is China. Then Japan are fish and rice eaters as they cultivate rice and catch fish. Another matching, list one of the growing conditions and list all the names of the crops. Temperature is 20 to 26 degrees Celsius and rainfall is about 150 centimeters. This is for sugarcane. 10 to 20 degrees centigrade and 50 to 75 centimeters rainfall. This condition is for wheat. 25 degrees centigrade and 75 to 100 centimeters rainfall. This is for rubber. 21 to 27 degrees centigrade and 100 to 150 centimeters of rainfall. This is for rice. The correct sequence of the types of farming which a surveyor will come across from Omaha to Chicago will be grain, mixed farming, and dairy. In which one of the following natural regions is subsistence farming the main occupation? Monsoon type. The plantation farming regions of the world differ from subsistence agricultural regions because they have organized agriculture. Another matching, list one of the rice and list two of the countries. Highest acreage, that is at India. Highest production, that is at China. Highest yield, that is at Japan. And highest exports, that is at USA. Synthetic rubber is likely to replace natural rubber for domestic and industrial purposes in future because the raw materials for synthetic rubber are available in various parts of the world. Baling, mustering, and shearing are some activities connected with rearing of llama. Rubber plantations are found in equatorial regions. Next is the assertion and reason. In areas of intensive subsistence agriculture, animal husbandry is a meager sideline of crop farming. True. Throughout the region, the farmer is handicapped in raising cattle due to lack of scientific methods of breeding. Reason is also true, but this is not the correct explanation for assertion. Transhumance refers to seasonal movement of people and their herds. Where is International Rice Research Institute? That is at Manila, Metro Manila. This belongs to which country and this is the capital of which country? Mention that in the comments. List one of the crops and list one of the producers. Banana, Jamaica, cocoa, Ghana, coffee, Colombia, tea, Kenya. Consider the following statements. Which of the above reasons account for the fact that the cane sugar has a major share in the international sugar trade? Cane sugar is preferred to beet sugar. True. Beet sugar is insufficient to meet local demand. False. There is low demand and surplus production of cane sugar in producing countries. False. Cane sugar producing countries were colonies of importing countries. True. Production cost of cane is low. This is also right. 1, 4 and 5 are the major regions that account for the fact of cane sugar has major share in the international sugar trade. Next, assertion and reason. The concept of plantation agriculture was changed in recent years. True. Change in the size of the land holdings led to the introduction of small and medium farmers in the market. This is also true and reason is the correct explanation for assertion. The hunting and gathering economic can support only 3 persons per square kilometer. Next, assertion and reason. Increase in agriculture production in China has been due to the higher per hectare yields. True. China accomplished socialist transformation in all branches of economy, including agriculture. Reason is also true and this is the correct explanation for assertion. Next, assertion reason. This is not the right explanation for assertion. Sri Lanka produces more tea in central and eastern regions. True. The seasonally occurring heavy rainfall is responsible for much higher production. Reason is also true and this is the right explanation for assertion. Consider the following statements. Which of these are correct? Nomadism is a high degree of spatial mobility as a basis for a particular base life. True. Nomadism is confined to the semi-arid regions of the world. This is also true. Nomadism is presumed to be synonymous with the movements of herds and livestock rearing. This is also right. Hunter-gatherers who typically have no domesticated livestock are also defined as nomads. No, false. Which of the following is the chief characteristic of mixed farming? Rearing of animals and cultivation of crops together. Another matching, list one with the list 2. Humitropic, list one of the regions and list two of the activities. Humitropics, shifting cultivation. Hot desert, nomadic herding. Monsoon Asia, intensive subsistence agriculture. And temperate grassland, commercial livestock farming. Consider the following statements. Which of these are correct? Tropical crops which are in great demand in Anglo-America and Europe are produced in great variety and volume in Latin America and Africa because of availability of cultivable land and suitability of soil conditions right, combination of climatic and topographical conditions right, lack of mineral resources for trading purpose no, non-existence of agro-based industries no. 3 and 4 are not correct. 1 and 2 are the correct statements. Another matching, list one of the countries and list two of the leading producers of that country. Germany, sugar beet. Japan, fish. Canada, newsprint. USA, cotton. Which of the following is or are the chief characteristics of commercial grain farming of the middle latitude grasslands? The size of the farms are generally large, right? Cultivation is highly mechanized, true. It is type of extensive farming, true. All the 3 options are the correct statements. Next, assertion reason. Agriculture in monsoon area is characterized by the predominance of food crop cultivation, true. Farming is in monsoon area is mainly meant for subsistence purpose. This is also true. This is the correct explanation for assertion. Which one of the following is related to silviculture, forest crops? The largest producer of milk in the world is India. Next subtopic is world industries. Which one among the following industries uses bauxite as the raw material? Aluminium. Next is matching, location, and the list two are the major minerals. These are the locations of the areas in Canada: Labrador, iron ore, Athabasca, petroleum, Sudbury, manganese, British Columbia, zinc. Weber introduced a famous locational theory for localization of manufacturing industries known as triangle. Next is matching, list one are the towns and list two are the industrial or business activities. Louisiana, oil and gas. Detroit automobile industry. Houston, refining and chemical industry. Minneapolis, that is flour milling. Next matching, list one of the towns and list two are the features. Geneva, leading port of Italy, Genvia. Florence, citrus fruit production. Sicily, leading producer of sulfur. Naples, museum town of Italy. Another matching, list one are Russian region and list two are the industrial regions. Central industrial, cotton textiles. Grozny, metallurgy. Olga, agro-based. Urals, machinery. Another matching, places in the USA and list two are the known for. Buttle Hills, famous copper mine. Chicago, biggest railway junction. Wisconsin and Minnesota, core of dairy belt. Pittsburgh, coal and steel city. The American cotton textile industry moved from New England to the southern states because the South offered lower cost of production. This is not the cost. The South offered the lower cost of production. List one and the list two. List one of the industries and list two are the industrial centers. Automobile, Dallas, cotton textile, Providence, iron and steel, wheeling, shipbuilding, Baltimore. The shift of aluminum industry from the Dnieper region to Siberia was made possible because of development of hydroelectricity. Next is assertion and reason. Denmark supplies dairy products and bacon to neighboring markets in northern Europe. True. Denmark produces high quality grain and grass and its neighbors are industrialized. This is also true and this is the right explanation for assertion. Another assertion reason. Butter, wool and frozen meat are the most important exports of New Zealand. True. New Zealand has cool moist climate and vast grasslands to support livestock. Reason is also true, but this is not the correct explanation for assertion. Consider the following statements. Which of the above statements are correct? Iron and steel industries developed around Lake Michigan in USA due to the availability of good quality coal. False. Pittsburgh, Youngstown area is the leading producer of steel in USA. True. The Lorraine area in France is significant for steel production. Right. The South Manchurian region accounts for nearly 60% of China's big iron production. True. 2, 3, 4 are the correct statements. Another matching list one with the list two. Ivanovo, cotton textile industry, and Magnitogorsk, iron and steel industry. Moscow, engineering industry. St. Petersburg, shipbuilding industry. Next is assertion and reason. New England region in the USA continues to be an important area of cotton textiles. True. Market and geographical inertia are the main reasons for the cotton textiles here. This is also true. This is the correct explanation for assertion. Another matching, list one of the cities in USA and list one of the factors for which they know. Chicago, biggest railway station. St. Louis, important river port. Detroit, greatest center for automobile industry. Kansas, famous livestock market. This is not the Kansas of the movie, which is in Salar. Okay. Another matching, list one is the location, list one the industries. Osaka, cotton textiles. Sheffield, cutlery. Seattle, aircraft. Magnitogorsk, that is steel. Next is, which of the following pairs given above is correctly matched? Kumamoto shipbuilding, correct. Fukuoka chemicals, right. Hamamatsu musical instrument, this is also right. All of them are the correct pairs. Another matching, list one the city in USA or Canada and list one the prominent industries. Phoenix, electronics and high-tech industry. Detroit, chemical, iron and steel and car manufacturing industries. Montreal, brewing, car manufacturing, chemicals, finance and timber processing. Vancouver, food processing and publishing, shipbuilding and timber processing. Which one of the following countries produces the largest amount of crude steel of the world? China. Among the following Asian countries, whose share in the world exports is the highest? Singapore. In 2023, which Asian country share is the world's exports highest? Mention that in the comments. List one of the industries and list two of the places. Iron and steel, Birmingham. Automobile, Atlanta. Shipbuilding, Kure. Woolen textile, Leeds. Actually, majorly these are all of current affairs. Update your book with the current topics related to these. Okay. Next is assertion and reason. Aluminium industry is located near the source of power. True. Industries are usually located close to the source of raw materials. This is also right. But this is not the correct explanation for assertion. Weber's model of industrial location has been usefully applied to interpret the changing location of the British iron and steel industry. Augusta and Atlanta, the two important cotton textile centers, are located in Georgia. The country well known for its small precision high-cost industrial goods is Switzerland. Next, assertion and reason. There are regional disparities in the spatial organizations of economy. True. Interactions among inherent factors in economic activities affect the texture of spatial organization. Reason is also true. This is the correct explanation for assertion. The classical model of industrial location theory, in which least cost approach is of primary consideration, is recognized as the industrial location theory of Weber. According to the central place theory, which one of the following statements most aptly describe the distribution area of commodity around central place? The area bounded by the line joining the points of maximum distance up to which the commodity is supplied by the central place. Which one of the following group represents key industries? Crude oil and electricity, petroleum refining and finished steel, cement and coal. All of these represents the key industries. Next matching, iron and steel industry, Dortmund, automobile industry, Detroit, shipbuilding industry, Portsmouth, and aircraft industry, Seattle. Which one of the following has influenced most the location of the industries in the world? That is petroleum. The largest producer of paper in the world is USA. This is also the current affairs question, so update it with the recent 2023 or 2024. Which of these countries were members of European Free Trade Association when it was founded in 1960? Austria, Denmark, and Norway. Consider the following statements. Which of the statements above are correct? Costa Rica is a leading exporter of cocoa. No, false. Mention the comments which country is the largest exporter of cocoa to the world. Mention that. And which country produces the highest production of cocoa in the world? Mention that country name also in the comments. Malaysia is a leading exporter of rubber. True. Among the following, which country is reliant on a single export of oil and petroleum? Nigeria. List one of the commodities and list two of the countries. Mineral oil production, that is Russia. Mica production, India. Oil refining capacity, USA. The ore production, that is Malaysia. We will stop over here. We will continue with the next topic, next chapter, that is population, in the next reading video. If at all you like the content, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.